I'm not really, I don't know. This is going to be a point in the series right now where I'm going to be a little, maybe too honest. I don't really know exactly what we should do with Campus Heroes coming tomorrow. I don't know. I could lie to you. We really don't do that. It is no money spent. Episode 11.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Smoking in the mirror, I can practice in my wrist flick. I can't settle for a quarter, real fast. Need a bare maximum. Word to Khalil Mack. More so ambitious. Oh God.
Hey, what is going on, Madden family? There's no money spent. You're gonna see the price dashboard up here for mutt.gg. We're gonna be talking about Campus Heroes, the impact for everything, and why it really matters, and how we were preparing immensely. Also, NFL is obviously coming up around the corner. If you guys want to start playing on the daily fantasy for that, go to Underdog Fantasy, use my code TheActualCC, and they will match your first deposit up to $100. Super cool. And we're also going to be doing drafts over on Twitter, so make sure you follow me on Twitter, all that sort of good stuff. So here's the thing, okay? I'm going to hide my face cam because you don't need to see my face for this. The cards that are coming are 80s, 84s, 87s, and then there's going to be our champion 90 overall. We don't really have 90s on here. So anytime we get promos, that overall main card, I'm not talking about the champion necessarily, I'm talking about the lower cards. The 87 here is going to be affecting the price. So if you happen to have a lot of 87s, we see 87 overall is the highest training value, or worst, however you want to look at it. You may want to look at some of those 87s you've been pocketing. You might not want to have them because it's not gonna, the price is gonna go down, right? I don't know how much these 87s are gonna end up being and how much the 90 is gonna be, but this is the thing. The more important thing for us is that we were investing in cards 84, 85 overall, and we're going to be getting a bunch of those because there are going to be training rolls, and when we get training rolls, prices change. It just depends how plenty these cards are in here. So again, we were buying 84s under 20, 85s under 30. Everything is up for those parts, 10, 11, 12, 15% minimal so far at this point, which is it's a normal sort of gain upwards here for us. But what do we do, right? What do you do? Because you're gonna want to be getting these cards. You're gonna want these 87s. You're gonna probably want these champions, and it is a great way to build up the core of your team here. So this is tough because CC, do I sell my cards now? I don't know. I can tell you what I'm doing, and I'm gonna hold on to everything because at worst I have training to roll, right? I have the training, and if prices go up and I want to sell these cards, then I can sell them for profit. Again, I was hoping the 85s would be more 42,000 coins and the 84s would be more 32,000 coins ish. I don't know if we're gonna get there. I really don't, because the 87s the set that you can do here, like it takes 5 87s to get a 90, okay? And I was trying to find it elsewhere and I couldn't find it anywhere else. I don't have the screenshot myself, but it was like 4 or 5 84s and like 6 80s. So you're still talking that those 84s should probably be some of the cheaper training value as well. If it's 5 or 4, again, if you're talking that's 25k, that, 100k for these 87s is probably about right, somewhere around there. When you're talking, if we want them to hit our target price, and it's probably not gonna hit our target price. So I'm gonna be holding on to my stuff. And I don't have a ton of stuff over here, but I do have stuff. Now, if you have other overall cards, you may want to get rid of them, you may not want to get rid of them. These lower overalls, 80s, 81s and stuff like that, but you're not going to really lose a whole lot in there anyway by keeping them. Like if you were packing them or buying them at like 6 to 7k, you're not having a whole lot of risk there. So that's kind of up to you. If you wanted to cash out there, that's fine. If you wanted to wait and be patient and hope that maybe they go up to 9, that's fine too. There's no wrong answer with those cards. There's minimal gain to be had regardless, okay? Minimal gain. But I'm holding on to all this stuff and we'll see how it works out, right? So we have a decent amount of training that we're going to be able to play with. And let's just say that we keep only these cards. These 11, 15,190 training, which is an okay amount of training. 87s are 3,100 training. So is there going to be an 87 roll just by itself, 87 plus roll? I don't know. Is there going to be an 80 plus roll? Probably would be my guess, because there's going to be a limited in there as well, and maybe you can pull the 90s. So if we look here at 78 plus was 320, right? So if it's 80 plus, but you got to imagine it's going to be, I figure that this roll might be, the 84s will probably like break you even ish, maybe a little. I'm expecting around 1,000 training a roll, and I know that sounds really pricey, but that's my guess, is that 80s are going to be a considerable loss. 84s will be a minor loss. 87s and 90s would obviously be a massive gain. It kind of makes sense to be around that number. Again, 1,000 plus or minus 10%, so maybe it's 1,100 or 1,150, or they'll clearly make it a very specific number here. So if that gives us 15 rolls here, do we want to roll if the prices don't change? Probably not, because at the same point, when we're going to be doing these sets, the sets are very specific, and we're going to be able to get free cards from playing house rules and playing all this other stuff, in which you should definitely go play. But same concept as these other ones, where you're going to put 5 cards in, you're going to get those 5 cards back, and the master. So the hope that I have personally for No Money Spent is changed from a make coins perspective to a build team perspective. Okay, so let's say that these 587s, you were able to snag them for 100,000 coins. So it costs us 500,000 coins, right? And there's 5 cards that we would like to be on our team, bound to our account. If you can sell the champion for 400,000 coins, 350, it's going to cost you, 175,000 coins for 587s, which is actually a really good deal. Last year we were okay with paying 60 to 70k for 89s. So I don't think paying 30k per 87 for a bound or nat card is actually a really bad deal at all. So it's really going to depend on the price. And the reason I'm telling you guys this now, and why I think this is really important, is because the No Money Spent video for Campus Heroes won't be out immediately, okay? So I want you guys to look at these sets and figure out, hey, if I get the 5 cards I want, my 587s that I want, and the 89 is selling for this price, is it worth it? Okay? Because that's how last year really worked for team building for us, right? That's how team building worked. Now, a 90 overall should have the training value near, it looks like it might be around 10,000 is going to be my guess. They kind of shoot up by like 25% each time. So it went from 4,600 to 6,800. So that was plus 2,200, so about 33%. So this time the 90 overall may be 10, 11,000. So in theory, that 90 overall card shouldn't be selling for 300,000 or 400,000 coins. It should actually probably be much closer to 250. Okay, I expect the price of the 90, in all honesty, and I'm not saying it's gonna be this way, but based on training costs, it can't be super expensive. A lot of times these cards aren't the highest overall or the highest training. Sometimes if they follow suit with Jefferson and Holland, you're looking at 350, 375, and if that's the case, then we're good. We're gonna be able to build and get what we want. So just keep an eye on that stuff, guys. Okay, this isn't an exciting episode of No Money Spent. This is a, hey, I need you guys to finally put in the work yourself. We've been teaching you now for 11 times over what to do. You need to make sure that you can do it. There's 32 cards coming, limited, 2 champions, so we can technically build up almost every single spot on our roster. We're gonna get a free Tim Tebow. I guess that's a good thing. We're gonna get some from challenges. We're gonna get some from house rules. Again, that is great. Places that we will focus on here: left guard, center, obviously a really big weakness for us. Running back, DeMarco Murray fits the bill pretty well. For receiver, I would probably actually just like to get Crabtree. Maybe he's out of our price range, but that's where my head would go at. When we go to safety, Trevon Moehrig, and then we're going to be getting Gilmore. We're going to be getting Tariq Woolen for corners, so I'm not really overly worried about corners. Left end, maybe a Chase Young fits in there for us, right? I would love to get a Derek Johnson. He's just going to be too expensive for what we would use him for, so maybe just sort of depth spots where we can get. Again, my hope and goal would be, honestly, if I could get 12 87s throughout the entire process, so if I could do the master set twice, get my 2 other free ones, that's a really, really big boost for us all the way around. Grant Delpit looks nice as well. Plug him in over there. It wouldn't be too bad. Because you know who's not good? Honey Badger. He is so slow. So slow. So that's where my head is at. I'm not looking at middle linebacker. I'm not looking at right outside linebacker. I'm not looking at corner. Okay? I'm not. I'm just not. I'm not. And we're not obviously not looking at tight end either. So we should be able to make these changes. It should cost us a bit, I think, at a, hey, if we got all the players we wanted plus Crabtree, I think we end up at about 550,000 coins, which is okay. Then we will work back up to building to the million. Again, we don't really want to go below what our savings account threshold is, because we need coins to make coins, but we also need to have a team as well. So I'm willing to spend at this point half of our stack, see where we can go. And even if we have to go a little bit lower, that's fine. We don't know when the next promo is at this point. Maybe it's ultimate kickoff or something, but we were past a million. We've been playing for a little while, so I think getting back to 500 would actually be a pretty sick outcome if we updated 12 or 13 players. I don't know, and even if they're bound, that's totally fine, because I'm not paying a premium for cards. We don't do that. Let me know what you guys are planning on doing if you got cards. I'm very curious, and I'm very curious how it'll go tomorrow. If you are needing to know anything, keep up to date with my main channel. We'll be covering stuff over there much more quickly, I guess, in the morning. And good luck. If you guys have any questions, always put them down in the comment section. I'm out. Peace.